Workplace romance tips. For most young career people, they find spending nearly 35% of their time at the workplace than at their respective homes. That accounts to almost 9 hours of work, and work. For this reason, most of the people involved in this kind of situation find themselves out of place in the social world because they simply do not have time to meet other people anymore. In fact, they do not even have time for themselves. That is why it is not such an appalling revelation when some surveys showed how 67.8% of the respondents, all working but in different companies, are into relationship with their colleagues. This goes to show that because of the time constraint that most professionals have and because of the lack of sociable time that they need, most of them divert to the aspect of getting a romantic partner in the office instead. Most of those who are involved in this kind of relationship contend that their workplace seemed to be a natural breeding ground for romantic couples since they are together for more than 40 hours within the week. Also, they asserted that creating a relationship in the office is inevitable because most of them get along with each other well based on the premise that they revolve around the same environment that initiates common interests, beliefs, and backgrounds. However, because of some professional etiquette around the office, some companies despise the idea of having their employees being involved with each other. The bosses believe that romantic and intimate relationships may bring about negligence on their respective jobs. Moreover, certain flaws are seen on this kind of relationship. There is a higher probability that the couple might have a conflict of concern with regards to their respective duties in the office and their duties and responsibilities with each other. Therefore, for those who cannot help but fall in love while doing monthly inventories, here is a list of some workplace romance tips to keep you out of the brink of disaster. 1. Think first before deciding. Before deciding on this matter, it would be better to think first, probably 100, no make that 1,000 times before deciding on it. Try to contemplate on the possible consequences and benefits that you can get from the relationship. If the relationship will not work out, will you be ready to face the consequences? 2. Evaluate each prospect. Establishing a worthwhile relationship with your colleagues should primarily be based on its being worthy for a date. It would be better if you will evaluate on the upshots of dating the person based on his or her position in the company, its value, and the possible corollaries of the separation, if ever. For instance, if you want to ask your colleague on a date, try to contemplate first on the issue of rivalry between you and your office mate and the rough situation that both of you may be in after the breakup. Also, try to look the possible angle of biasness for bosses dating their subordinates. The issue of favoritism may take place. 3. Be smart. Keep in mind that the reason why God placed our minds above our hearts is for the mind to rule above all. So if you are suddenly being snooped with some seniority in the office, do not be deceived yet. Try to test this person for some reliability quizzes and put him more on hot water. The point here is that if ever he is trying to establish a good romantic relationship with you, it is better to be assured that his intentions are for real and just because he is looking for some diversion in the office. 4. Friendships as the best foundation. For a budding romantic relationship in the office, it is best to keep focused on creating friendships first. This is because some people believe that friendship, as the core foundation of any relationship, is better than just a break from work relationship. Given all that, workplace romance can be really fun and dreamy. However, one or both of them should realize that office romances are not based on a contract that can expire when the time allotted has elapsed. It would be better to hear these kinds of relationships to last a lifetime, even if both of them have already retired from their jobs.